Hello everyone. Welcome in. We're loading in. We're getting ready. Let me put me back into gaming position. We have a mission to accomplish. Some thick people to do it with. The mission is to avenge Chris and I guess become king? Reluctant hero ass looking ass. This path leads to the back entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front. Then let's head inside. You ready? Let's go! Then let us enter. The way is straight ahead. Let's go! We gonna fight some skelly boys? Let me in. Seems as though it's locked. Well, what do you know? Wait! I'm getting a strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... What do you sense? I don't know. But I've got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Will? I mean, we gotta go in. We can't stop now. Right. No time to second guess ourselves. Oh. What's going on? We can't get through the door. Strange as he is, the Power Fellow's magic worked. Good for rooting out the rats. That blasted maid set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us. You still fell for it. At least you'll be in good company. Uh-oh. What? We're fighting Gris. Holy guacamole. Oh, he hurt us. He hurt us bad. Oh, she is hurted it. The prince, for having lost him. You too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with His Highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail. And now I... Of course. It's only just that you be the one to send. Get out. Fight! I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. No, you have it wrong. What? We saved her! The prince is alive. He's right. We do have ATLUS, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse. Is that true? His Highness is still... Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting. Please. You mean... If that's true, then I... O lodestar, who wanders in solemn duty, thy long stagnant stance has finally been broken. Now choose thy path. Hear now my new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will. Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the king's road. Now, awaken. We fight! Damn, she got a long name. Oh! Get it, girl. Damn. Damn. If I would have known she was a horse girl, I might have chilled a little bit. Oh. For the liege I am sworn to, in his royal name. With this power I shall open the way. ATLUS, 'tis almost finished. I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on, it almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other? Okay. Raise a barrier that nullifies one element attack for allies. Raise a barrier that nullifies one /pierce strike attack for an ally. Deals medium physical pierce damage to one enemy, lowers their defense for 3 turns. Ooh, we powered him up. Let's go, horse girl, let's go. Damn, he a strong boy. Shoot. Okay. Onward we go. Oh, if we're just trying to speedrun, we can like skip these cutscenes. Oh shit. I thought that was gonna kill him. That was my bad. I thought I was gonna kill him last time. His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands. Actually, that's fair, because both of my other guys died. And I didn't mean for them to. Rest now. ATLUS will protect Maria and his royal highness. Well, isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? Gives me the same nasty feeling. Well, come on. Let's just destroy it. Now onward. Oh, 'tis nothing. Let us go. Don't 'tis nothing me. You took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now. But we've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What do you say, Will? We can withdraw for now, right? I'll trust your judgment. Homeward, then. What the heck? Is this not, like, time sensitive? What? Is this not a time sensitive issue? Don't we need to stop him from getting the, like, saber or the wand or the whatever, the staff of super magic powers? MacGuffin thing? What the heck? Welcome to ATLUS. Oh, you're just in time. Maria's awake. She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home. Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings, meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look. Chris entrusted his belongings to us. Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly. Damn you, Liz. Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission? Mission? Killing Louise, to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already, but we can't afford to give up after one failure. Don't worry. I have no intention of giving up now. What do you think, Will? Are you going after Louise? Of course I am. Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice. Thus, you seek Louise's death. Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne. Allow me to lend my blade, even if we can put the man down. If we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught. Until the day His Highness the Prince's life is saved, I will fight through all obstacles. We'd be happy to have you, but Are you sure? It is but another leg of my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you? We'd welcome you gladly. Truly, thank you. I shall strive to protect you, as you saved me. Seems a bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you. Hulkenberg, the ever-loyal knight, has become your ally. Let's go, Hulkenberg. Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength. The steadfast vassal Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken. Let's go! New ability. Knight archetype. We got it! I sense the heroic embodiment of the knight from Hulkenberg. Knight archetype unlocked. You can now study the knight in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. I am strong. Ah, now that she's part of the team, we gotta show her. Here, this is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time. Show her the prince. Ah, His Royal Highness. He's stable, but unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished. That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis. Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter. That's what it was. We were on our way to get it. He's enshrined in a chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding spell. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so. You figure that's why he said we've got till the morning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the morning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare. But what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter? He can tell us himself, at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now. Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Who is your favorite character by now? It's Gallica for sure. She's so cute. And she floats. And she's got pretty wings. Definitely. It was Hulkenberg. But she's a horse girl, so we can't get too involved. Can't get involved with a horse girl. Too complicated. Do you feel responsible for Chris and Maria? Of course I do. That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even give you proper directions. I wish I wasn't so useless. Me too. You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica. You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say. My grief is getting the better of me, but I've got to shape up. Chris gave his life for the mission. We can't let him down. Let's figure it out as a team, alright? I'll do whatever I can. I can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Let's go! Gallica rank 2! Well, we should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow. Really? What exactly do you have against sleep? Apparently we've been invited to academia. I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But it's all too easy to forget the fragility of life and tell the tragedy of its loss. Yet I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last. I'd also like to point out that, technically speaking, what happened there is a man who dedicated his life to the king and the king's son was just killed by the king for trying to kill the guy who killed the king. Just as the lies of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power. The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Will's soul. Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even you should overcome them. Your virtues will be tested time and time again. Ah, forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided. And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this! A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too. Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place. There's gonna be a cat with us! If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you? You'll find him a most helpful companion. If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined, now until we meet again. Something's amiss. Is the spell broken? Has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly. No matter. Trivial, all of it. More importantly. A rather complicated sealing spell, but I see it's working. Breaking it will only be a matter of time. So close to the Hall of the Royal Scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws even closer. Time marches on, and the age of the new king draws near. I was thinking, isn't Grand Trad just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring. So I was thinking, you got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Gurus said the sword was forged with magla. With a little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating, then see if you can stand on it. We're getting a hoverboard sword? That's sick as hell. I'm what some call an informant. I sell information. So how about it? Any interested in paying for knowledge? Sure, why not? Love information. If you're set on going to the Grand Cathedral, be wary. I've heard that place is a veritable den of monsters now. I must assume this is the work of that man, that necromancer. Just the thought of bones and corpses moving on their own sends a chill down my spine. I've heard that they're weak to light magic. Couldn't tell you why, but there's statues in there that come to life. They're apparently immune to sword attacks, so be careful. That's all I know. I know little of your motives, but regardless, I hope you succeed. That man needs to be stopped to end this madness at the cathedral. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. I'll put it away so I can check it later. As for my sources, well, that's privileged information I can't tell you. But rest assured, they're highly reliable. Well, let me know if you've anything else you want to hear about. I know this city like the back of my hand. I'll stay here a while, but my regular haunt is the Honeybee Inn. It does sound like his information could be useful to us, but the Honeybee Inn? Shady looking guy like him is a regular there? Girl, where do you think we are? Every person that comes to the Honeybee Inn is shady AF, including us. We shady AF. Oh, that sword on your hip. There's quite a beaut. You a mercenary too? Being sent out to the Grand Cathedral or something? On there. I was just kidding when I asked. You're serious? The state army's desperate if they're resorting to help from an Elda. In that case, let me give you a word of advice. I know some soldiers who made it out of the Grand Cathedral alive. A great many were afflicted with malady and poison. If you're really going there, make sure you prepare yourself at the church or the general store. Good to know. Good to know. Excuse me. You're one of the Elder Tribe, yes? Have you had any native experiences while here in town? I had a couple. Because many people in this town use tribal differences as an excuse to do the most outrageous things. I'm part of a group working to help people whose tribal origins make them a target for harassment. Right now we're collecting funds for our cause, but this cause doesn't seem to interest most people, so we haven't been able to raise much money. It truly pains me to ask this of an elder like yourself, but if you could find it in your heart to support our cause, just 250 reeve or so, that alone could save one person from dire circumstances. It does seem shady. We'll do it anyway. She seems nice. Thank you. I swear I'll use your donation as best I can. Don't believe it. You really donated. Are you interested in our activities? If you don't mind, could I discuss this more with you? There aren't many who support this cause. I know I'm doing the right thing, but the reality is so discouraging. It looks like she's serious about helping out where she can, but She seems kind of down. Maybe we could cheer her up. Successfully encouraging the activist may help to hone my eloquence, too. What do you think? Should we try to encourage her? Oh, I see. Sorry for suddenly getting all fired up about it. But I'll still be making the rounds here in the future, so if you don't mind, let's talk again sometime. I think I can talk to her again. And Elda? Sorry, but would you mind keeping distance from... No, wait. Are you perhaps the Elda who's been frequenting the Hushed Honeybee Inn of late? So you do not deny. So I'm jealous. You see, I work in a very high-end hotel as an apprentice cook, but so far, all I've been entrusted with are chores. My dream is to become a 5-star chef. To that end, I've been researching the various cuisines of the city, and the Hushed Honeybee has caught my nose, if you will. I made the mistake of telling my superiors I wanted to go, but they stopped me cold. If I learn to cook from a carapace, it will damage our kitchen's reputation, they said. They told me if I even get caught setting foot in Sunshade Row, I'll be fired on the spot. I'm a Nydia, and he doesn't even trust me. It's the same tired prejudice. Nydia are liars and cheats, and so on. So if it's not too much trouble, could I ask for your help with something? I'd like you to go help out with the cooking at the Hushed Honeybee and then report back to me about what it's like. The only catch is my employer has some high priority guests coming soon, so if possible I'd like you to get back to me by June 19th. I'd like to learn about their ingredients, what the kitchen's like, and of course the taste of the food. Naturally, I'll make it worth your while. How does that sound? Oh, thank you so much. You're truly kind, agreeing to help out a stranger you've only just met. I'll finally know what makes that kitchen tick. Just like that, you're agreeing to help that guy? But I suppose Fabian has helped us a lot, so it wouldn't hurt to pay her back by helping in the kitchen. Also, okay, is this one of the situations where, like, I'm not gonna have time to do everything? Or is it possible, if I, like, timed it all correctly, I could do all of the quests? Look at how pretty she is!
No, she could destroy me.
I remember you, Elda. Seems I was right about you not being a local. I've heard the rumors. My sources suggest you and Chris were working together. Huh? How did you know that? I own a magic igniter shop, and I do have some sway with the residents of Sunshade Row. But you needn't worry, I have no intention of turning you in. In exchange for my discretion, though, for lack of a better word, would you be willing to do a job for me? What? What job? Oh. A dangerous one, shall we say. I imagine a colleague of Chris would likely have the skill and discretion required, however. Perhaps I'd better look elsewhere. I didn't realize how young you were at first glance. I prefer to work with someone who's already understands how the world works to some degree. Too much risk otherwise. Don't want your death on my consciousness. This lady owns the igniter shop, right? I bet the pay would be decent. Might be worth taking the job if it's nothing too crazy. That's what I'd like to say, but I don't have the wisdom to assess the danger for myself. If my wisdom were informed, I'd be able to judge if I could handle it. It's not going to be held liable for putting a child in danger. This conversation's over. A shame we couldn't even ask about it. Hey, just a thought here, but she's not really seeing you, is she? Not that she thinks you're a bad guy, but she's absolutely defining you by your tribe and age. But if we can get her to see you as an actual person, I feel like she'd tell us more. I bet we'd make an impression if we helped other people around town. Let's see if there's anything we can do for the people here. I bet that'll help get you better setting yourself apart too. I'll gather information for you, so if you're ever unsure about anything, just ask. Oh, what shall I do? I cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yes, it is. To put it more accurately, it costs more than what a Mashtari in this city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world if I can't get my hands on the medicine. My heart aches to see her so wrecked by Kopp. Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much of our time to squeeze in a quick shopping trip and help them out. Let's go! What? Don't be ridiculous. We Mashtari are treated poorly, but the people here hate the Elda even more. Yeah, I don't think you understand what's going on, bud. I heard that all Elda are anathema to the Sanctuses. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they'll do business with you. Medicines? Well, it's a respiratory medicine called Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Fern's Church. Hesitant to get my hopes up, but you should somehow obtain it, please. Bring it to me. Thanks, I think. Anyway, we heard you sell a type of medicine called Breath of Fresh Air here. For the fresh air, you say, we typically only make the particular remedy available to those who have accepted the light of sanctism. But let it be known that we practice generosity. By special extension for an Elda, you may demonstrate your sincerity by purchasing it for an Elda? You're raising the price because of his tribe? Surely you would not expect your Vogel tribe to stand as equals among the blessed. Our teachings forbid it. Thus I ask you to demonstrate your sincerity. Bear in mind, to even sell, that is, give them to you, is taboo. I'd appreciate a show of gratitude more than words of protest. Oh, how may I assist? Easy peasy. My dear fellow, is that the breath of fresh air? Did you get that for me? Oh, praise be. I give you the deepest of thanks. With this, my daughter can be cured. I apologize for having so little faith in you. People have been quite anxious since the incident at the Grand Cathedral, so the prices on everything have increased. On top of that, the discrimination against the Mustari and other minor tribes has also worsened. Hardly any shops will serve me. Ah, but I digress. Allow me to return the favor. Hardly seems worthy of praise to do something so simple as purchase medicine. What you did means the world to me. Thank you truly for saving my daughter's life. Please, you must take this, a token of my gratitude. Hagen's Dilemma. We delivered breath of fresh air to the Musatari man, whose daughter needed it. He thanked me and gave me a reward. Ooh! Rusted accessory and increased tolerance. Yes. Yes! Glad to hear it. Let's go elsewhere to chat, shall we? Our tribe is called the Mushtari. Perhaps the most obvious part of our culture is that we wear masks, just like the one I have on right now. Next thing you'll notice, we all have 3 eyes. 3 eyes? And that goes for every Mushtari? What's it like to see for all? Oh, our third eye cannot see things. We see the world almost exactly as you do. However, the Mushtari faith is vastly different from that of other tribes. We have our own unique faith, different from the state religion, sancticism. Do only Mushtari practice this belief? That's correct. Normally we cannot reveal our teachings to other tribes. Sancticism is a belief open to all. Perhaps that is why, at times, politics get involved and distort its doctrine. For that reason, we refrain from revealing our faith to everyone. It is our only means of keeping our doctrine the way it should be. That doesn't sound like the best solution, but I'm guessing it's complicated. Some try to spread our teaching outside the island, but things quickly grow complex. One must tread carefully. Other tribes have a tendency to jump to conclusions. That is why sancticism has gathered many believers, and now we are scorned as the masked tribe. That is who we are, forever etched in our history. He taught me about the Mustari way of life. I feel learning more about their existence has improved my tolerance. Hearing all of that was intriguing. It's about time I head back to the inn. There are so many conversations around me. What the hell's wrong with that rock? It's got people's faces growing on it. It's creepy. It is creepy. You dare call it such a thing? I'll have you know the biggest face on there is that of His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden. They seem to be the faces of people supported by citizens across the country, just as His Majesty in the sky said. In other words, perhaps the faces you see here are of people who've gained the public's trust. Trust, you say? How utterly ludicrous. As if Luis could ever gain enough support to be on par with His Eminence. Forget the rock. Is it even safe for us to be here? The human back there is far creepier. Ding human. Are officials really leaving the corpse to rot? What happens if it... Closia. How has His Majesty's funeral come to this? The people are in an uproar. Interesting. I guess we'll help her out with her regular thing. Help her out in the kitchen. We finished preparing the fish, so now we just have to put these in the pot. Okay, the next thing we need to prepare is the cockatoo woolly cloud omelet. The eggs in the dish are supposed to have a fluffy look and texture. How do we do that? We need to cook it over a low heat. So we let the residual heat slowly finish the eggs. Gotcha. Time to get started. Gallica and I poured our hearts into the preparation. The technique using low heat allowed the eggs to develop a soft and airy texture. Let's serve it to the customers. The customer wolfed down the whole plate. You're surprisingly good at this, Well. Looks like I did a good job helping out. I feel like my tolerance improved.
Yes.
Yeesh. Necromancer mentioned a day of calamity. Pretty ominous, but what does it even mean? Luis orders or not, 'twas the necromancer who committed those acts of brutality we witnessed at the royal funeral. He undoubtedly prepares more of the same. Well, we're gonna put a stop to that corpse-robbing bastard before that happens. If the state army can't handle him, then it falls on us to do it. The day of calamity we were warned about is just 9 days away. We need to stop the necromancer before then. Oh! Have you perhaps helped out at the Hushed Honeybee? Please tell me what it's like there. I recounted to him the full story of my time as a sous chef. I see. So it's all in the preparation. If I'm hearing you right, it sounds as though Miss Fabini is rather particular about the ingredients she uses. This red grass you mentioned. Not just anyone can get their hands on that here, can they? I knew she was no ordinary innkeeper. As I believe I mentioned, the place I work serves high-class clientele, and the head chef, not to mention the customers, put too much emphasis on tribe. Just being Nydia, I get a cold shoulder from Clemar and Roch, nobles in particular, to be expected in society as it stands today. The head chief doesn't want people like that to even see me holding a knife, probably why he sticks me with all the busy work and chores. Suppose I should be grateful I have a job at all, honestly, but still, there are a lot of days when I question why I'm putting up with any of this. So I just wanted to confirm, or I just wanted confirmation of a simple fact I think I've always known to be true, that the skill of a chef has nothing to do with one's tribe. Hearing about the Hushed Honeybee has renewed my inspiration to keep cooking. I don't know where it'll take me, but I'm ready to throw myself into the proverbial frying pan. And of course, I need to thank you properly for what you've done. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude. Ooh, increased wisdom and magla pills. Let's go! Oh, Chris, don't tell me. Are you the one that's been hanging around the honeybee lately? One of his friends, truly? Come from the same town as Fabini, so Chris and I met a long time ago. The man helped me countless times. I was quite sad to hear of his passing, though I think that, deep down, I always knew that things with him would end like this. Anyway, couldn't possibly turn away a friend of Gris. So what are you looking for? Some of my red grass? Buy as much as you'd like. It's 150 reeves a piece, or 4 for 500. Red grass seems like a useful cooking ingredient. You have 0 right now. What do you want to do? I'm buying it. Great, 4 red grass then. Thank you kindly for your generosity. Feel free to come again at any time. Oh, Jesus. Let's see here. A red grass roast, right? No problem. Fabini taught us all the ins and outs of this recipe. How about we make a few tweaks to the dish while we're at it? Let's make it spicier. Let's see the recipe. Take it away, Chef Gallica. That's really funny. We should follow the recipe. I think we should stick to the original recipe. That's fair. I suppose it is Fabian's signature dish, and she was kind enough to teach us how to make it. Wow, we really did a good job with this one. Are you secretly some kind of master chef, Will? Red grass. What is it? Come to ask about the job? This lady owns the habit shop, right? I put my overflowing wisdom on display. I'll be able to stand my ground with people as powerful as this woman. Victory! Yay, new confidant! Let's go! I bet she likes us now. Well, well, I suppose you really are more than you seem. I certainly can't imagine Gaius would have worked with any normal child. Glad to hear it. Now I'd like to see what you're made of. Let's go! Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brigitta. You've got to be kidding me. She's got a hot name, too. Ugh. I run the shop and manage trade of magic igniters. This is your first time in Grand Trad, you mentioned. Then what do you think of magic igniters? They're not really necessary. Well, you say that with such confidence. Interesting. Alright, next. Are you good at keeping secrets? That's a secret. I'm afraid that's a secret. Are you trying to be funny? At least you're not short on nerve. Then I have one last question. Do you believe in God? Not the one everyone else does. I have my own beliefs. In other words, not the God of sancticism. Well, that's enough for me. Yes, I think there's potential in you. I'd like to ask you to handle an extermination mission. You're fit for the task. The fact is, our trade route for igniters has been, shall we say, compromised. A local monster has apparently made the place its feeding grounds. Evidence suggests its actual nest is near the place I personally checked out. I want you to go there, find it, and exterminate it. Wait, hold on a moment. You're asking us to handle something so important? Is that even okay? I'm asking you precisely because it's so important. There are reasons I'd rather not bring this to the guard. I usually prefer discretion with these sorts of things anyway, especially with groups like them. But if Gris trusts you, then I certainly can. How are you connected with Gris? I hardly think that bears discussion right now. What do you think, Will? It does seem like she could use the help, but you'll be compensated, of course, and generously. There's also the option of discounts on my stock, if that appeals. Additionally, rumor has it there is even treasure to be found at the monster's nest. I'll say the potential rewards are a fair amount for the risk. I hope you've no objections to the job. Alright. Understood. Thank you. You're bound for Belegre Corridor. It's only a short distance away from here. Let's go. Don't die out there now. I won't. I'm sorry I said your igniters were useless. That's fair. Okay. I've saved now. Could have mentioned a monster lives in these rooms. It could help us train up, but are you sure you want to go? Our top priority is the Game Cathedral right now. Besides, there are many even stronger enemies now. All I'm saying is to give it some thought, Will. We should be able to get there and back within the day. What'll it be? Okay. I'll let everyone know and we'll be off. We'll pick up here tomorrow at the beginning of this quest. Go on an adventure. I hope you have a peaceful, restful evening tonight. Sleep well, everyone. Rest well. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.